the sheer number of people that have helped through the years is mind-boggling, from scout troops, church groups. Sometimes we would have 100 people out here doing work days, and you're sitting there going, how do you have 100 people? But they're all busy doing something, and they all feel good because they are contributing in some way, so that we can do what we do best, which is serve others. They come and help us so that we can do that. And that's how the symbiosis works of a nonprofit, is that the community supports you so you can do the work that they themselves would love to do but can't. And it's a beautiful thing. This reminds me of a story of a little girl that we had who had selective mutism. She could speak, but she chose not to. She would speak to her parents at home, but not at school, not to anybody. And we had her out at the barn, and this was quite a long while ago, and she rides a small pony named Bucky. And so because she's young and on a small pony, we had young volunteers with her. And those volunteers were chatting, and they were actually chatting about painting their fingernails. And Anne Ray wanted so badly to be included in that conversation that she started talking to these young girls. Well, they didn't know. We don't tell all the volunteers exactly what the diagnosis is. So they were all just engaged in this chat fest. And the mom comes up to me and goes, Lynn, listen. And I'm going, what am I listening to? Trying to figure it out. And she goes, she was talking, my daughter is talking. And so we both stood there and just cried. Volunteers are the best. We couldn't have done any of this without the multiple hands all through the years of not only doing the hard work, the grunt work, but also the donors. For instance, when we had everything stolen way back on North Shore Drive, when we were first starting out, and someone broke in, took everything, and I thought that was the end of it. I had written a grant, all this tack was gone, and a stranger pulled up in a car and said, I hear you've been robbed. And I said, yes, sir, we have. And he said, well, this is enough to get you back in the saddle. It won't replace everything, but it'll get you going. And that right there reaffirmed to me my faith in humanity, that I was still doing the right thing. The amount of times that I have said a prayer or just went, we really are going to have this happen, or we really need this, and then you sit there and think, how is that going to work? And then the next day it appears, and you just have to thank God, because his fingerprints are all over this place, and things show up when you're doing the right thing for the right reasons. Support shows up, and that is so gratifying, and makes me understand how strong this mission is, that it's far beyond me, it is far beyond any one person. It is the community of Star. It's the community of Shangri-La.